All right. Welcome to Maine Mondays, Maine Paranormal and Horror Con. Today I've got my guest, Mary Jo Chudley from Penn Paranormal and Twisted Dolls. How you doing tonight?
Hey, how are you?
Not bad. Not bad. You know, it's a Monday. A lot of
Yeah,
crazy things happening in the world right now. It's
I don't watch the news, so I don't even want to know. I sleep better at night not knowing.
Yeah, right, right. I tell you, uh, it's crazy stuff. I don't get into like politics or religion and stuff like that, but I saw a video today of they were airlifting a crocodile out of somewhere because it was alleged to have eaten somebody. So
Oh,
they're gonna chop it open and see. That's pretty
where was
intense.
that at?
I had, you know what, man?
Florida?
When I saw, yeah, right, I would think Florida, but who knows? Who
Wow,
knows? That's some interesting stuff.
that's
Also,
scary.
like that United Airlines flight that hit a bread truck and a light off of the New Jersey Turnpike. You
How could a
know,
plane hit? Wait a minute, did it go down? Obviously, it had to,
no,
right?
no. So like for the Newark airport, like they had it's a low approach to
Yeah,
land and right over the turnpike. And so usually if you're not used to it, it freaks people out because the
yep.
plane's like looks like it's gonna land on the highway or the turnpike. But uh yeah, it hit a bread truck.
Oh my
Crazy.
God. Could you imagine that being in front of you? Like I would just, my life would have flashed right before my eyes. Yeah, if I ever
Oh, I'm
saw.
sure it did. I'm sure it did. Yep, Florida Everglades. Yeah, there you go. Chrissy
Wow.
Murphy, how you doing? George Acosta,
Hey guys, I can't see you on, but hi everybody.
Autumn Bouchard. Weird things happen. Yeah, weird things happen in Florida.
Yeah.
Weird
I remember
things.
that little girl got eaten by an alligator a long time ago at Disney. Ever since
Yeah.
then, I'm like, yeah, nope, I'm done.
Yeah, right. I used to live in Florida, and I remember when I first moved down there, and like in our apartment complex where we were at, had like a little intercoastal like channel that fed back into the ocean, and we would see crocodiles or alligators or crocodiles. I'm not sure which one it is, but large reptiles in
There
the
you
water.
go.
Yeah, so I don't mess with that stuff. But
Nope.
and enough about all the weird shit out there. Let's talk about the weird shit that we're going to be doing this September in Maine. Right?
Yes.
You
Uh-huh.
have you have probably one of the most interesting workshops that you teach in some of these events that you go to, and we've been promoting that. Last year at the Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention, you did two doll workshops. One
Mhm.
was Jason Voorhees, and the other one. What was the other one that you did?
Pennywise, little Pennywise.
Penny. Oh, that's right, Pennywise. But for your
Mhm.
Jason Voorhees one, it was really cool. We got CJ to come in and take photos. That was really cool. I was just with him this weekend, and we were reliving
That
the
was really
event.
nice because, like, I asked, I don't know if I asked you, you asked me. I'm like, that would be so nice. And nobody in the class knew. And he just
Hmm.
shows up. Their
Right.
look on their face because they're such, that fan of that character. And here he shows up and they all got a picture. And it was just, and he was so nice. He even asked for my, he just showed up to see the doll and see his fans. It was really nice. That was really, really
Yeah,
nice.
uh, CJ is definitely one of those talents that you bring on, and he's super into it. So it's really really cool, man, to hang out with him and just pick his brain.
Yeah.
So he's a really nice guy. I enjoyed having him. But for you this year, so we have one slated Twisted Doll workshop.
Hmm.
We have slated for September 13th, and this is a Michael Myers workshop that
Yeah.
that you're doing. Um, or can Holy shit! Look
I
at
brought
that.
him for you so you guys can see actually what he looks like. I don't know if you can see it because the light's not very good in this room, but
Yeah,
that's what he looks like.
that is awesome.
So his
That is
eye does
awesome.
glow in the dark, but it's kind of hard because it's dark in here. I have to, we have to put him near a flashlight or sunlight. But yeah, his eye glows. And he's got the.
Oh, very cool.
He's not as freaky as
Very
he looks
very
in
cool.
high school. I don't know if you can see him in the camera. I can't. He looks really small to me, so I don't know if you can see him.
Yeah,
But
no, we see him. We see him great. So are you just doing the one doll workshop, or are you gonna
he wears
add
a
a second
mask.
one? Oh
I was
shoot.
having a hard time trying to find another doll, and I know that the lady from the Grunge is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally did find a doll for the Grunge. And believe me, it's very hard to find a very because like I try to find a doll that mimics that character. So trying to
Mm-hmm.
find a really really big eyed doll is
Yeah.
very hard because they're all real small, but like
Mm-hmm.
really wide open. So I did, but I wanted one to have the mouth wide open as well.
Yeah.
Um, that didn't happen. So I did get one. I finally got her in the mail Saturday. So I'm going to work on her this week and hopefully show her on Saturday, like this Saturday coming up. I'm hoping
Okay,
to have
very
her
cool.
done. But got her outfit. I'm waiting for the hair to come in just so I can show people what it would look like, you know. But I
Yeah,
thought that'd be cool because she's going to be there too. So I know
absolutely.
Michael's going to be there and then she's going to be there. So I thought, try to do both of them.
That's going to be awesome because she just actually started getting into the convention scene, and she just recently started doing her in costume photo ops as the character,
Nice.
right? So we're going to be doing in costume photo ops as her in character over the 2 days that she's there. So this
Wow.
is would be an awesome addition for that to be able to, people can, do the doll depending on the day, right? They could do the doll workshop and then, bring the doll with them to the photo shoot, which would be
Yeah.
awesome.
And what's a good thing too is like I know I made a Beetlejuice doll and my granddaughter
Mhm,
likes oh god, Barbara from Gina
mhm.
Davis. So we went to
Yeah,
see her. I brought one of my dolls, and my granddaughter brought a doll that I made her for Christmas, and we both had her sign it. But she was like, "Oh my god, this is," because people like the actors don't see the side of the weird side that we do for the stuff that
right.
we like, and like the memorabilia and all that stuff. But she was like really amazed. So I'm hoping. That character for the grunge is also like, oh my god, that's so cool because they don't have those kind of dolls out at all. Not just for people that
Absolutely.
collect it, horror people, I should say, horror people.
Right. 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 Well, it's definitely a niche audience. So this was my Maine was probably my first um horror sort of horror convention that I was organizer for or helping organize for anyway. And it's definitely a lot different than the events that I'm used to helping organize. So
Mhm.
it's interesting, and all the vendors had a great time. All the vendors did amazing. So that was really cool. I know your room was bumping the whole time,
Yes. We couldn't even keep the
so
door closed. People kept popping in to talk, during
right,
the,
right.
the class. Yeah, it was great though.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, this year we gave you're upstairs. You and I are both upstairs this year, and where we're at, we have a bigger area, and then where you're doing the workshop is uh not like attached to the same room where your museum is or
Okay.
your shop is. So Bill will be
The haunted
busy.
stuff, you mean? The haunted stuff?
Yes, the haunted
Okay.
stuff, the haunted stuff. So Bill's gonna be busy while you're off in the workshop. But the workshop room that you're gonna be teaching is like right next door
Okay.
um to your museum. So it's really cool. But you were just at Whitehill this past weekend, correct?
Yes.
How was that? How was that? I saw your setup in the basement was really nice.
See, Whitehill, I think the basement for me is like the most haunted. People say it's the attic. But I've gotten the crazy stuff down there. Bill got his
Yeah.
phone thrown like the first time we were there. But let me tell you, I was getting tired. So when they told me basement, I'm like, this is great because that's where I want to be. And having that
Yeah.
haunted stuff and over top of that, it was neat.
Hmm.
So it was laid out really well. And and I was just so happy that I went to go up to take a breather when Bill got there. And because I was there, I was in that basement till like I think I started at 7 o'clock in the morning to set up everything. I didn't leave because people
Hmm.
started coming in. And I wanted to take a breather and I stepped outside and the lady said, that's your line. And I said, what line? She was wrap around the building, that's your line. So I took that
No
real
way.
quick breath and I thought, oh my God, I can't just sit there and take a 10-minute break when you have that whole line waiting just to come talk to us and see my stuff. So I
That's
was
awesome.
blown away. And that was every 5 minutes they come in, they looked at the stuff, they asked me questions, they had to leave. The next group had to come in. That was every 5 minutes from 9 or 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock. I was
Holy
so
cow.
mind blown. Like, and just I was so happy thinking that, honored that these people wanted to come see what I did. And then
Mhm.
also they had questions, for themselves, and I gave them like my email and told them to call me and we'll work on it. Because a lot of people came and talked to me about stuff that's going on in their life and stuff that they picked up, and things that are haunting them, I guess you would say, or coming after them. But it was really good.
Awesome.
I love White Hill. I really do every year.
Yeah, White Hill's just one of those great locations. I love it. I love it. There's a lot of the same faces that were at White Hill are also coming to Maine, so
Yep.
which is really nice. Which is really nice. And we're gonna have just an amazing time. I think.
Mhm.
Last year was great. This year I think we're doubling. It's gonna go double what we did last year, which is an insane thought to have, but just the way everything's trending currently.
Right.
That's what it's looking like.
I mean, you guys and Jeff and Ashley should be so proud of what that their very first one became. That was
Yeah.
amazing for being your first Paracon. And I told you before how everything was well set up, posters, everything was just so nice. It's really surprising. You think you guys been doing it for years, and vendors, everybody was happy. Like if I texted you or Jeff, you guys were there in seconds, and I mean seconds.
Mhm.
And I know there's
Yeah.
thousands of other people there, but you guys, I don't know how you did it, but you guys really pulled off a very good Paracon, a very good one.
Well, I
Paranormal
think
and horror.
yeah. Well, I think that to you're right that it's something that we've never done before, but we've been a part of several conventions, and
Mhm.
so I think what we are. Yeah, I know Ashley's main focus was taking a lot of what we experienced at some of the other conventions, the pros and cons, and really tried to implement a lot of what we felt worked. And there were some speed bumps. I think we're fixing a couple of the things that we felt like we could improve on this year. But it wasn't very many things. Yeah, I think really for us, it's not necessarily about our experience with it, but everyone else's experience. If the vendors had a good experience, if the attendees have a good experience, if the
Mhm.
celebrities have a good experience, I think that it makes it that much more enjoyable for all of us to really work harder and put on a better show for the year after.
Right. But you guys did good. I didn't see any like mess ups. Like sometimes you see things or you hear
Yeah.
it. I didn't hear one bad thing the whole time I was there. Not one bad thing. And if you guys did have hiccups, you sure didn't show it. That's for sure.
No, for us, it was more administrative than anything. I think our biggest thing, and we corrected Saturday night. It was the first night of the convention, and we immediately was like, "This needs to be fixed like right away." So we implemented it this year, and it was ticket scanning
Is it
software.
a VIP thing or is it something different? Saturday
Oh,
night.
just every ticket, every ticket.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so like for our VIPs last year that came, um they got in an hour early, but our system was because honestly we didn't expect to sell thousands of tickets, right? We were not expecting that, and I think that it was something that we overlooked prior to it because 60 days out, our phones would not stop sending notifications like another ticket, another ticket, another ticket. And before we knew it, we didn't even like add them up, like so before we
Uh-huh.
knew it, it was thousands of tickets. And we just didn't even it didn't even factor in that, well, we sold almost 600 VIPs. Like we got to
Oh,
get these people in an hour early. And we didn't even get them all checked in, during that hour because we had a spreadsheet printed out and we were checking names off
gotcha.
on a
Oh, wow.
spreadsheet. Yeah, so this year we upgraded to ticketing software. So now it's just a doo and you're in,
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's actually makes it a lot easier too to track, how many dolls we sell, how many tickets we sell for the other experiences at the convention along with, the ticketing. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Were you able to go to the VIP party last year?
We came up because we travel with our dogs when we go to places that
Hmm.
far. So we had to go home and take, or the place and just let them out. But we got there like a couple minutes late. I mean,
Hmm.
eating wasn't yet then. So it was like,
Yeah.
it might have been a half hour late. But yeah, we were there.
Yeah.
We just came a little bit later because of the dogs.
Yeah, the VIP party this year, Ashley's really taken that under her wing, and it's going to
Uh-huh.
be really, really nice this year, what she's got
Cool.
planned for everybody. So it's going to be exciting, and some of the celebrities are going to be there, and a lot of the talent is going to be there, and it's just going to be an all around great time. So we're really, really, really excited about that.
That's
Uh,
cool.
can't wait. Such a great time. Yeah, Bill. Thanks, man. Yeah, Bill chiming in. Where's he at? What's Bill doing?
He's downstairs with the dogs. Otherwise,
Oh, is
Jack
he?
would be smacking his head on the door trying to get in the door because he
Oh,
just
there
thinks
you
his
go.
head magically opens the door and it
Yeah,
doesn't. So
big dogs are like that, you
yeah, he
know.
must be with Mama. But if I put him in, I'm in the paranormal room right now. If I'm in here, he'll sniff everything. He'll start chewing on stuff. Yeah, he can't come in here. He's not allowed in here.
Right, right. So we have, apart from your museum that's going to be up there and your workshops, we do have another haunted museum, or problematic object room. The radicals are going to be there with their stuff, up on the second floor on the other side of me. I'm doing all the pro photo shoots up there.
Uh-huh.
So it actually works out well if you do the Junko Bailey grudge doll. She's like, we're going to be right there doing these photo shoots and stuff. So that would be really, really cool.
That's what I'm
Um,
trying to
and-
make a full body one, like a whole person. But
yeah,
there's no like mask, there's no heads, there's nothing that I would have to make it by hand, by clay. And I've only seen one doll ever made of her, like a mannequin, like a full body, one person made her. That
no,
is it.
really.
And I looked at it and it didn't even really look like that character. So it might have been the character from before, but I would
Yeah,
make it
maybe.
as her, not
Yeah,
as the other one, which there's thousands of pictures. You try to look for that picture of that woman. The one's going to be there. I'm sorry, I forget her name, but you barely see her face. So I'm trying
right.
to watch the movie, stop and taking pictures, and I'm like, oh my god, this is going to take me forever because I can't get a clear picture of her face. But
Right. There's like really one shot where you get like her whole face, but her mouth is wide open, and
yeah,
yeah. And so it's not a like, straightforward shot of her, but yeah, no, it's a super creepy role, man. I remember
yeah,
the very first Grudge movie. So like the evolution of CGI and like just special effects and stuff like that, but seeing her do this role in a newer film was
hmm
was really was really fun to to relive that moment, for her, because I've watched the original Grudge. I watched Ju-on, which is the Asian version of that movie.
seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, which I grew up with an Asian scary mom, so I just flashbacks.
Well, that I swear that character, like I've only seen like as an adult one full body apparition, and it looked like that with the black hair, it being wet or not wet, but just like I wouldn't say greasy, but shiny, I guess you would say, and then the
Yeah.
white gown,
Hmm.
and a lot of people have seen that apparition, that type of apparition, which is usually not a very good apparition. It's not a positive one, I guess you would say. It's very like
Right.
negative. But I've seen it, and that's why like, I don't really watch the movie as I used to, with the first one. But just because it brings back memories of me seeing it. But she was also like a child size; she wasn't a full adult
Yeah.
size. But a lot of people have had that seen that image of that character.
Yeah, that character just super creepy, super
Hmm.
creepy. But we have an amazing group of celebrities that are going to be on site this year. We got Bill Moseley, which man needs no introduction when you see him from the Devil's Rejects. Otis from the Devil's Rejects, he's going to be there. He's doing his photo shoot Saturday only, at 5 p.m. And you can listen, everybody. You can buy tickets to the doll workshops for Twisted Dolls on our website, mainparahorror.com. You can also get tickets for these photo shoots on the same website. So there's two different links. There's one link if you haven't gotten tickets yet to come into the show. you can't just buy a Twisted Doll Workshop ticket and expect to gain entry into the convention. You have to have a regular general admission entry ticket, or buy one of our 600 available VIP tickets, which gets you hour early access, VIP seating when it comes to the workshops, or not workshops, I'm sorry, the lectures and what do they call that? I forget, the lectures. Yeah, like what I forget. Not workshop, lectures, speakers, the speaker room. I forget. There's another word for it. I'll remember it here in a second.
It's a lecture room, technically.
It is a lecture room, but we do have speakers that are going to be there. But you get VIP seating in that. You get an hour early, and you get a really cool curated gift bag with a whole bunch of awesome swag inside. So everyone, jump on that. Those are moving pretty quick, so I'm not even sure how many of those we have left. Also, the VIP party tickets is a separate ticket, but it's that is almost sold out. So if you want tickets to the VIP party, you got to get on that like ASAP. Also, I always forget to talk about this. Hotel rooms. If you need a hotel room, the hotels are going to sell out. They're going to be all booked up, and then you're going to have to stay somewhere else. But we have three hotels that you can pick from: Fairfield, Comfort Inn, and Best Western. And so get those booked in. The way it works now, we have the room block set up, so you just go in and make the reservation. You don't even have to pay for it right now. You don't have to pay for it right now. You just pay for it when you check in. So reserve your rooms ASAP. If you even think you're coming, reserve your rooms, which is great. And so you can get these tickets on mainparahorror.com. The two separate links. So if you already have your admission tickets and you just want to buy an add-on, there's a separate link to just purchase the add-on stuff if you already have an admission ticket. So take advantage of that. But this year, the celebrities that we have, so we got Bill Moseley, we got Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp, we got Dave Sheridan from the Scary Movie franchise. He's also been in a bunch of other movies. We got Jungle Bailey from The Grudge. We got Douglas Tate, who is the Creature Man, and he's played just about every horror creature out there, from Hellboy, Annabelle, the Annabelle Returned movie. He played one of the characters from Five Nights at Freddy, the yellow duck, metal duck. I forget the name of that duck, but he played that duck, and he was also a really funny Sasquatch in the Jack Links commercials. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, we got Santiago Cirillo is going to be there. He's always a joy, a pleasure to have. We have Sarah Lamos is going to be there. She's been on a ton of television shows as a psychic medium. We've got Britt Barbieri, who was on the Lost Monster Files. So we have, and Jeff and Willie. Jeff and Willie are going to be back this year. So we're really excited to have them. They were a huge hit last year. So we're really excited to have them back. But yeah, so I cannot wait to. Who said that? Oh, yeah, there you go, Keith. Make sure you come on through. So with your haunted museum that you bring with you, how many objects do you have currently? Do you know?
I mean, do I bring with me?
Yeah.
Or how many do I have?
Well, how many do you have, and how many do you bring with you?
I don't know how many I have. I never counted them all, because a lot of people, like, they'll come to Paracon and say, I don't want this object. I bought this. It's haunted, and I want to get rid of it. And then I just throw it in the casket, your favorite casket, in the back behind me. So yeah, but if it's really bad, like, I will try to. Not, I'll ask mediums. I'll try to, like, see if I can get stuff on it. But the really case ones, I would say over 40 of them from cases alone, like, really bad ones. So I do take them and tell their stories and stuff, but only if I know they're not going to hurt anybody when we go to these places. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So there's a couple of them does not leave the house at all, and nobody comes in to see them. I mean, I've had friends ask me, I'm like, no, you're not coming, because it's too dangerous for, I think, anybody to go, like, to play with. Or not, they wouldn't play with it, but you know what I mean. I would feel better if they don't go near it.
Right.
But there's a lot, but I never actually counted how many. And in Whitehall, I didn't think I had that many. And I'm telling you, I ran out of room. I was putting them on chairs. I was putting them
Uh-huh.
all over the bar. I'm like, and on like the little, they had like a little um a windowsill that was real tiny. I was putting them on that because I had no more, and there was a whole bunch that I couldn't even put out. I just kept them in a container in the back because I had nowhere else to stick them. So I mean, there I do have a lot, and they have their stories with them, so people can read them. Which I think I'm going to maybe make them a little smaller because I put the whole history, and people don't
Mhm.
want to sit there and read like 5 paragraphs of stuff. They write,
Right.
So I might just put a fast story and then the real story they want to, which one they want to read, because
Right.
it does take a
Right.
lot of time if you actually want to read it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe you can create like a QR code that, in front of it they snap a picture of the QR code and it takes them to like a website description of everything, you know.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
never
that would
thought of
be
that.
saves a lot of room too, you know.
Oh, okay. But they don't have a phone. I guess
Yeah,
most
maybe
people
if
have a
they don't have a
phone.
phone. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, but then that's what they ask you for. You're the expert.
that's true. That's true.
Mary
Yeah.
Jo, tell me about this. Tell me about this thing.
Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah, I came down there. I saw you were setting it up, and I saw you were like, really trying to figure out because the basement's big down there, but it's not that big. You
It's
know.
long. Yeah, it's real long.
Right, right. So I can imagine, they would bring people down. Like, how would that flow work? Like, they would bring them. Like, how did that work?
Only thing I know is they had a line on one on the if you're looking at the building, they had the line for Katrina and
Mhm.
Heather on the left side. They had a line for me on the right, and then right next to my line was I don't know if I don't know where John Zaffis and Brian Cano was. I don't know if they were right where Katrina was, if they came into Katrina and then
Yeah.
walked over, they walked him over. But I just know mine was a whole separate line, and I think theirs might have been on the other side. I think that's
Okay.
what it was, and Father Bob and all them. I think they
Yeah,
came
yeah,
out
yeah.
the door and they kind of walked them through, then walked them out, and then they had to get back in line to see my stuff, and they came into the building.
All right, that was pretty cool. I love the setup. I love how they had everything set up this year. It was really, really nice.
Yeah, it
Um,
was definitely.
yeah, yeah. Speaking of Johnny Zaffis, he's gonna be at our show in September again. So that's gonna be really nice to see him. Him, Jimmy Pettinito, and Joe Frankie are all coming.
Awesome.
Yeah, this year, and I think Jeff wants me to say Lauren Coleman will also be there. Bigfoot guy up there in Maine. I don't know. Jeff
Uh
Jeff was supposed to be on the show tonight, but Jeff's computer was not cooperating with him today, so he is
oh.
having technical difficulties. So he's in charge of the chat. And, he sets the rules and stuff in the chat there. But yeah, he's this year we have, I think, 6 or 7 Bigfoot people coming. So when we do our Bigfoot
Wow.
calling contest, we're gonna have some experts there. So y'all bring your A game for the Bigfoot calling competition.
There you go.
Last year, I think they had it last year, and I wasn't able to see it because I was doing photo shoots. This year, I'm like stacked with photo shoots. Like I'm not gonna have any time to walk around. It was a luxury last year, Mary Jo. You guys got to see me. I was checking in on everyone. Y'all aren't gonna even know I'm there this year
Well,
because
you'll
I'm
be
gonna be
next
like,
to me, so I can peek my head in there.
yeah,
If I'm
you come say hi. You come say hi to me this year. Y'all come check up on me this year because
okay.
I'm gonna
I
be
won't
just doing
photobomb you, I
photo shoots.
promise. I already got in trouble for doing that already.
No, you come in anytime, anytime, anytime. But we do have some really awesome photographers that are going to be on site this year. We have Drew Babineau, the Haunted Raven. He's coming
Oh,
in.
okay.
Yeah, he's coming in with Danger Designs and Haunted Raven, and he's coming in as we're the 2 official photographers for the convention. But we have Christine Marie. We have 2 other photographers also that are going to be on site, which is going to be really, really fun. So we're just going to be capturing the whole thing. I think that's going to be the main. Like last year was so much fun. I think people forgot to take pictures.
Right.
Everyone was having so much fun. Just nobody was taking photos. This year, we're going to have thousands of photos. We're just going to wreck photos of the whole thing. And I might have somebody coming down to live stream, the convention. So I'm still working on the logistics of that, but that might be a lot of fun.
But that would be good because
to
people that can't go to Maine because they are in
yeah,
California, that would be
right.
nice that they can just sit there and watch.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So doing interviews and stuff like that and bringing some of the celebrities up, that might be a lot of fun. I want to get as many people involved in this as possible and try to really expand the scope, not for 2026, but 2027, which Jeff is already like light years ahead of us all. Like we have to like chain him into a closet so he stops booking people,
Please. Are you
Yeah.
still having that? And I hope, I don't know if it's still the. I was like, yeah, I saw a picture of it. That Pooh character.
Yeah.
Because he
Holy
told me
cow.
that was the first person he told me last year that they got was the Pooh. And I
That
thought I
was the
never
first
watched that.
person. That's the first person we booked. Craig Dowsett. Craig
Yeah,
Dowsett is the murderous Winnie the Pooh bear from Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey.
I
He's
still haven't
actually
watched it yet, but I want to, kind of.
yeah. It's very very graphic.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Okay.
like if you're into that, it's that.
Is it worse
Like
than
it's
Terrifier?
I would put them on the same level, you
Okay, because I
know.
haven't watched Terrifier yet because they said it's really bloody. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe.
Very bloody. Yeah, very bloody. But it's an awesome movie. He's actually bringing his screen used costume. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so the photo shoots we do with him, it's going to be with Winnie the Pooh from Blood and Honey. And he's also doing, which you can get on the website as well, a screening of his new movie coming out, Bigfoot Primal Fear. So,
Wow.
which I believe is equally as bloody. But
Oh, okay.
it's gonna, yeah, it's really cool. He was the director of it. So yeah, we're gonna be doing private screenings of that movie. Uh, up on the second floor next to the workshop when there's no workshops happening. So I believe it's at 12:30 or 11:30 every day, or both days. So you can come in. There's only 74 seats or 70 seats available. So come and watch the movie Q&A with Craig Dowsett on both days. It's going to be a lot. That's going to be pretty fun too, though. I would
Wow.
think.
Cool.
Yeah. So we are pumped, and we have a I totally forgot, a fucking car show we're doing this year also on the outside of
Wow.
the convention. Yeah, we've got hot rods and old scary cars and horror cars and all sorts. I'm wrapping my car to look like the Mystery Machine. So even
No
though
way.
I can't enter. I can't enter because I would totally win anyway, just so anybody wanted to know.
No, I
But
have to bring my dog up and take pictures and pretend he's Scooby Doo. So thank God you told me that because now I'm going to
yes,
buy the little cop, the little, yeah,
there
he's
you
going to be
go.
all Scooby Dooed out. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Okay, so Jeff says the Winnie the Pooh movie is not as bad as the Terrifier. But I will
Okay.
tell you this, when I was creating the intro that you guys all watched for this thing, it was very hard for me to find clips from that movie to use that weren't people's heads exploding, or you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I was very difficult for me to find clips. What I saw was not necessarily movie. I'm not really into those types of movies, but wow. Uh, so it is. This is going to be fun, I think.
Yeah.
Also, um, we are doing an exclusive gallery Saturday only with psychic medium Christopher Brown. He has sold out the Civic Center before, so get your tickets
Wow.
for that. That exclusive experience is going to happen on Saturday. That is going to be awesome.
Cool.
Shelby and Jax equals Scooby and Scrappy.
Oh, Scrappy. Yeah, I guess you would, but he's not tough. He just, yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna there's gonna be a lot. I know we have a mobile cigar lounge that's coming up from New Jersey that's gonna be
Oh,
parked
wow.
out there. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're working on a couple of really cool things to put out there. Can't announce them just yet, but it's definitely gonna be a lot of fun. So we're hoping, we're trying to generate as much buzz and get a ton of people out there. I think this year this year we're bringing it. We're fucking bringing it this year. So we're
You brought it
excited.
last year, so let's see. You really
Yeah,
brought
we're
it last year.
excited, man. We are super excited, and we can't wait to have you and Bill there with your museum and you doing your workshop. So everybody, Twisted Dolls, sign up, get your tickets, mainparahorror.com. But yeah, is where can everybody find or follow you at? Where can everybody follow Mary Jo Chudley at?
That's on my regular Facebook. This is the Mary Jo Chudley. You can find me on there. And I am on Instagram, but not Instagram. I'm more on the Penn Paranormal site. I don't really post too much on my regular wall. But for the dolls, it's Twisted Dolls, and you'll see pictures of me, and it's verified. So it's like I mean, there's Twisted Dolls. That's a group, but but I think they call it the Twisted Dolls.
Uh-huh.
That was a group, but yeah, you can find me on there too as well if you want something different, because I make custom dolls too. I just do the workshops for people to help like locations. That's how it started. And then I feel like art and music and stuff like that helps, release some negative energy and stuff that we do. We need to learn how to do that. So that's the only reason why I came up with the dolls, the workshops. So people can have fun and then try to release some of that negative energy and then make something they like.
Awesome. I have attended
He
one of these
has
work. I might have showed up a little late because
3 hours.
I thought it was later, but I found out that it wasn't. So, but I
I felt
made the
so
doll.
bad.
No, it's okay. Not at all, man. I made the doll. I had a blast making that thing.
You
Um,
didn't even need
but
instructions. You were just going to town. I'm like, okay, here's a doll.
well, I am an artiste, and I did need help on a couple of things because I didn't know how to put the teeth on and how that worked. But yeah, man. I mean, the dolls are it's a process putting these things. It's not just a oh here you do this and this. It's a process, and Mary Jo actually shows you how to because it's not the doll. You don't get the doll made up. The doll's not made up. You are doing all that you are making the doll.
Right.
So it's very fun. It is very hands on, and she's there with you the entire time. It is an awesome experience, and if you haven't done it, you need to do it. But it was very just processing what you just said. You make custom dolls so people can contact you, and if they want something custom, you'll try to do that for them.
Yeah, I have like a couple of team members. I made their logo on a doll, which I thought was really cool. It's like a butterfly coming out of her face. Because she's like a
Wow.
moth butterfly. That was like one of my
Yeah.
favorite ones to do because I'm thinking, well, how am I going to put a moth on a doll? And I had it
Yeah.
coming out of her face. And I actually loved that doll, made her dress, everything. And people have given me old dolls. One girl had a three-headed doll, and I'm working
Hmm.
on that one now. And she wanted to be exorcist. I thought this is cool. So as me as an artist, I'm like, okay, how do I do this? And that's what I like to make like that challenge. How do you do this? You know what I mean? So that one's
Yeah.
going to be cool because you have three different, like the normal, then throwing up, and then of course the white eyes. So I mean, each head is going to be a different when you turn it, and the hair covers the other part, so you don't see that face. If that makes sense. I don't know. You look at me,
Yeah.
had like a I don't know. I did that one time at Shanley Hotel. I made a creepy doll, and I said, "This is a haunted doll. No, watch it because sometimes it smiles or it cries, and I haven't caught it on camera yet." But no, it was a joke. So as soon as I would leave the room, I would turn the head and see if anybody noticed, and then I would see
Oh
people.
wow.
And I videotaped it, and I would see people looking at it, and they're taking pictures, but they wouldn't tell me that it changed. I think they were too scared to tell me, and of course, at the end of the night, I told them, and they thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So,
That's funny.
but yeah, it's like a three-head doll, a twist on the top, and you can change the face. But yeah, but I can make any kind of, as long as I have a picture of what you want and the more detail, the better. Because you just say, just make me a doll. Well, I don't know what you want, but if you tell me I want this, the more detail, the better. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, very cool. And they could just reach out to you on Facebook or Instagram for that.
Yeah, for Twisted Dolls, it'd be easier to do on Facebook. And then
Okay.
say, you know, I mean, I answer Facebook just as much as I would answer the Twisted Doll page too on Facebook. Instagram is just a little weird because they keep changing every time I go in there. I couldn't find the messages at one time. I'm like, where'd they move the
Yeah,
little
the
spot
layout's
to?
completely different now.
Yeah,
The
and it
lay-
was driving me crazy. And I'm like, where's the comments? So then I was like, I can't. I'm too
right.
old for this.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
constantly changing it, and I hate that because once you get used to it, it's gone again.
That's so funny. I
Yeah,
noticed that the other day. I'm like, what is this? What did they
yeah,
do to my Instagram?
right. I know it's like a
Lordy.
month ago because I could everything. I messaged you on Instagram. I'm like, I didn't get anything. I don't see any messages, and that's because they hit it, and whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, where'd it
Yeah.
go?
Oh, Vince Killian loves to come in and drop comments and that make absolutely no sense. He says Mary Jo eats air and Mike sniffs water. He's being funny. He came in last week and he said that Jeff eats hot dogs sideways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Thanks, Vince.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks.
you.
So I can't read what it says, but I eat air or you eat air. Which one is
No,
it?
you eat air and I sniff water.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It's Vince. It's Vince.
Yeah.
George Acosta says we have a Mad Hatter doll.
Yeah. So with
Yeah.
George's, he wanted a his wife collects these antique little teacups from all over the world. So he wanted to do, and I forget how he worded it, but it was like the old time with the hats and the wheels and the turn. Oh god, what was
Mhm.
the name of it? Well, anyway, I have a friend that in my town that has a haunted shop, and down in her shop it used to be a clock workshop, and she had old wheels and turn. I say, hey, listen, can I have some? She goes, yeah, get it out of my basement. I don't even want to go in there. She wouldn't go in her basement because she said it's so
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah.
And I went in there and I took all these old watches and I put it all over the doll's face, and like it was coming out of her eye, and I had
Oh,
somebody make
very
special
cool.
eyes. It was I wrote, and she was huge. She wasn't a little doll, she was huge. And I put purple. It was so over totally different, but the pictures don't show it as well. But she's like purple hair, but he gave me exactly what he wanted, and I just turned it
Yeah,
into that doll. It was cool though. Yeah, I thought it was cool, but it was even
that's
cooler that
awesome.
we got real um knobs in insides of the guts of clocks from a real clockmaker. And he also haunts the house, but that's okay. But I told him not to hunt the dog because we're just trying to carry on his legend. That's what I was telling the guy as I was
Yeah.
leaving, and something got thrown at me, and I have it on video. And she swears up
Wow.
and down she will never go in her basement again. It freaked her out. And I just
Holy
thanked the
cow.
guy. Yeah, I think his name was Ron. I say, thank you, Ron, for giving me these parts. This lady's gonna love your watch. And yeah. So,
Uh-oh.
but don't tell his wife
McKenna
that. She doesn't know that.
McKenna Smith says hi.
Hi.
Vince says LOL. Ashley says Vince and Jeff are having a sideways hot dog eating contest.
Oh,
Yeah. Bill says steampunk style doll.
that's it. C Punk. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, steampunk Mad Hatter. There you go. Ashley would like a Chucky doll.
Okay, I haven't made one yet, but you know what? I have all the stuff for it, so definitely. I'm gonna hopefully I got all stuff. I finally found a tricycle, and I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
make a big size live it or not
Jigsaw.
it jigsaw. Thank you, Saw doll. Yeah. So I
Ooh.
have all his stuff. I just got all his clothes in the mail yesterday. So yeah, but the tricycle I have to work on because it's old. It's like one of the older ones. So I have to sand it and all that stuff. But yeah,
Y-
I'm gonna try to do that
I
too. I
would,
can make it in a Chucky.
yeah, that Chucky would be dope. I would like a doll from Dead Silence. You know, the ventriloquist doll.
Dead silence. Is that Muppet? Am I right or
Um,
no? I have to look it up.
not a Muppet. It's the he's wearing like a suit similar to the Jigsaw suit, but he's the ventriloquist doll. I'll send you a
Okay,
picture of it after we
okay.
get
I
off
think I know
here.
what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
think I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
Okay, I probably can do it.
Ooh, ooh.
If I can't,
Those give me
if
the
I can't
creeps.
get the head or something like that, I
Yeah,
can sculpt the head. It's not a big deal.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna set it up in the house, and my wife will freak out, you
Divorce you.
know. Yeah, probably. Probably. It's so funny because I had brought dirt here from the Conjuring House property.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, that I totally obtained legally. And I had it in the house and I had like like dust and dirt from like Pennhurst or something.
Yeah.
And like and she was like she's like, "What is this? I told you no. Never bring this stuff in here." Yeah, she doesn't like what I do for a hobby, but
I'm like you, I have all that stuff. We
yeah.
don't, people don't talk about what they have. I have some
Mhm.
weird, creepy shit that nobody knows. It's just, you keep it to yourself, but I don't see anything. Doesn't change my house. I don't know if it changed your house, but it doesn't do anything
No,
to me.
I don't think it did. But listen, I did trip over the ammo can that I had the dirt in, and I did like twist my knee. Ended up falling down the stairs.
Oh, geez.
I don't blame the dirt. I just blame me being 45 years old and
Tripping.
not as young as I used to be, not as limber and rubbery as I used to be.
Yeah.
Bounce
I mean,
back
I know I
stuff
have
like
dirt
that.
from the Conjuring house. I have a piece of wood. I have all my stuff from the Paracon still just packed up in cases all next to me. But I have a
Right.
piece of wooden. It burns from, like, I guess the good part or the old part of the Conjuring house. I saw
Hmm.
it when we were in that birthing room. I'm like, what is that piece of wood? You could see where the um attic part was burnt. And I went to go in to get it, put my head up, and a nail hit me, and my whole head was bleeding. So I went
Oh
downstairs
no.
and I was showing them. I'm like, oh my, I got you this. I saw it. And then, of course, like, no, you just got like, you probably need 800 shots from all the lead you just got in your brain. He goes, no, you can just keep
Tetanus.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big, I mean, I was bleeding. I mean, that
Oh
dirt
my
went right
goodness.
into my head.
Oh
So,
my goodness.
but I have a piece from the original house when it was, I guess they had a fire there at one time. And then, yeah, so I have that in a frame. I usually show people when they go, but it's a piece of wood. You're like, so what? But that is from the Conjure house. And that to me is like, I don't know. That was
Well,
one of my favorite places to go.
there's a gentleman that lives right next door to the Conjuring house, Patrick Boylan, and he
Hmm.
makes guitars, and he has this guitar made from the wood from the Conjuring house, part of the Conjuring house. And
Wow.
yeah, it's an amazing looking guitar. I mean, it's a little pricey, but I believe, the nostalgia value is worth it completely. So I might be
Yeah.
picking that up. Who knows?
When Jen used to have chickens there, like at the time I had chickens and she would have babies. I'm like, dude, I need a chicken. And she goes, well, they have babies, I'll give you one. Well, I guess the chickens never wanted to go in the coop and they got, eaten. I
Right.
remember a couple of times I was there, I was chasing chickens, I don't even know what time it was. It was dark. And I thought if I didn't get them back in the cage, me and Jen were going in the woods and by the water trying to. I'm thinking I got poison ivy all over me now. You know what I mean? Trying to grab a chicken so it didn't get eaten that night. But they never had
Wow.
babies. But I thought, how cool is that to have a chicken that ate off that land or the parents ate
Yeah.
off that land? But it just never happened. But
Oh.
it is what it is.
Oh.
It wasn't meant to be to have a demonic chicken, I guess.
I guess not. I guess not, which would be a very interesting thing to tap. It's like a conversation piece, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
meet my haunted possessed chicken.
Yeah. Well, keep my neighbors away. That's for damn sure. They already are scared to death of
Absolutely.
me.
Absolutely. But we are about out of time here, Miss Chudley. Is there anything you want to promote? Anything you got coming up? You want to let everybody know about?
No, just the underwear we'll do in right after, which is going to
Yes.
be the also the same um the grunge doll. So we're going to do
Yeah.
that one as well. That's what I actually bought the doll for, and I thought, okay, this would work, so maybe I'll do it for Maine too. But that
Yeah.
that doll's going to be for that. If somebody can't make it to Maine, it will be in Pennsylvania if that's closer.
Okay,
Obviously,
there
it
you
is.
go. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, so you guys can follow her on Facebook or Instagram, Twisted Dolls or Mary Jo Chudley, Penn Paranormal as well. Thank you so much, Mary Jo, for coming on. We absolutely enjoyed having you last year, and we're super excited to have you again this
Yeah,
year
thank
to the
you.
Maine Paranormal and Horror Con. Everybody out there, buy your tickets to the workshop, the doll workshop. Get your tickets to the convention, VIP party. Everything is still available. So get it now before it's sold out and book your hotel rooms. Book your
Yeah.
hotel rooms. Okay. No
Yes.
sleeping in the parking lot. All right. But you know, Joe might be there. Jeff's brother Joe might be there with his trailer. You guys can, you know, hang out with him. I'm sure he
But he
stays up
wasn't
all
sleeping
night.
in there, was he? I don't remember.
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no,
Oh,
not
okay.
this past one. Yeah, Joe's
Okay.
cool, man. Joe's the chauffeur. Joe's our Jeeves for the
Okay.
convention. He drives. He's our driver. Um,
Cool.
very responsible guy. But listen, thank you so much for coming. Tell Bill we said hi.
I will
And
definitely.
next time we do a show like this, he's on. He's coming on. All right.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mary Jo, and everybody out there. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you guys next Monday. Have a
That's
good
good.
one.
Bye.
Bye bye.